If we looked at a map of your nervous system right now, what would we see? For most of us, we wouldn't see a calm river, we would see a storm. We would see a nervous system vibrating at the frequency of survival. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the floor, the engine is revving, the mental checklist begins. The anxiety tightens in your chest, the subtle, low-grade fear or whispers, if you do not perform, if you do not manage, if you do not control the outcome, everything will fall apart. We have been taught that this tension is necessary, that stress is the fuel of success. But look at the natural order. The earth doesn't strain to spin on its axis. The tide doesn't struggle to pull the ocean back from shore. The star doesn't burn with anxiety. There is no friction in their movement. There is only flow. So why is your life full of friction? Let's look at the mechanics of your burden. There's a specific passage. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Notice the exchange. You bring the weariness. The response is rest. It's a transaction. But then it explains how this works. Physically, it says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." For centuries, we've misunderstood this. We hear yoke and think of farming, of labor, of heavy wood across the neck. We think it means work for me instead of the world. But here's what changes everything. A yoke wasn't just a tool of labor, it was a tool of leverage. A yoke allowed two beings to share a load. But here's the secret. In a yoked pair, there's a lead ox and a younger ox. The lead ox carries the weight, and the lead ox sets the pace. The younger ox simply walks in step. When you're yoked to the world alone, you're pulling the entire weight yourself. That's why your shoulders are tight, that's why your gut is inflamed. You're fighting against gravity with no partner. But when you align with this frequency, the physics change completely. How can a burden be light? Think of a bird. A bird has weight, it has mass. Gravity pulls on it. But a bird also has wings. When a bird catches a thermal, a rising current of warm air, it stops flapping. It stops fighting. It is still heavy, but it is no longer carrying its own weight. It is being carried by a higher law of aerodynamics. The light burden is not the absence of responsibility. It's the presence of an updraft. There's a moment recorded. Someone is on a boat. A violent storm breaks out. The crew, experienced sailors, are terrified. Their nervous systems, fight or flight, panic mode, and he is sleeping. How do you sleep in a storm? Because his internal atmosphere was more real to him than the external one. He wasn't reacting to the waves reacted to him. When he woke, he didn't bail water, he didn't help them row harder. He spoke to the energy itself. 3 words, peace, be still. And the wind ran out of breath, the waves flattened, the atmosphere synchronized with his internal state. This is the key for you today. You're waiting for your circumstances to calm down so you can feel peace. You're saying, when the bank account fills, I'll rest. When the relationship fixes, I'll rest. When the health stabilizes, I'll rest. But the kingdom frequency works in reverse. You don't mirror the world mirrors you. Listen to this. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. The world gives peace as a temporary break from war, a distraction, but this peace is a substance. It's a guard. It's a frequency that, when activated within you, regulates the chaos outside of you. So how do we shift? How do we move from the heavy yoke to the light burden? We have to recognize the program we're running. There's a concept called Caesar. Caesar represents the system of the world, the operating system that says you are alone. If you don't hunt, you don't eat. If you don't fight, you don't win. Your worth is measured by your output. That program creates inflammation in the body. It keeps the cortisol pumping. It ages you. It exhausts you. But there's another operating system, the kingdom. In the kingdom, you're not an orphan, you're an heir. In the kingdom, you don't hunt, you receive. In the kingdom, you don't fight for victory, you fight from victory. There's a teaching about birds and flowers. People think it's a nature documentary, but it's actually describing the economics of the kingdom. It says, look at them. They don't sow, they don't reap, they don't store away, they don't have strategy meetings, and yet they are fed, they are clothed in glory. Why? Because they're aligned with their source. They don't try to be something they're not. A lily doesn't try to be a rose. A sparrow doesn't try to be an eagle. They simply are. And in their being, they are provided for. Then comes the question, can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? The answer is no. Worry actually subtracts. To enter the rest of this frequency, you must resign from the job of being the general manager of the universe. You must hand in your resignation to Caesar. You must say, I am done trying to force doors open. I am done trying to manipulate outcomes. I am seeking first the alignment, the rightness, the frequency of grace, and I trust that all these things will be added unto me. Now we move this from concept into your cells. We calibrate your nervous system to the frequency of the light burden. Wherever you are, if you can, uncross your legs, plant your feet on the ground, or if you're lying down, feel the full weight of your body supported by the surface beneath you. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lower belly first, then your ribs, then your chest. Hold it at the top. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Longer than the inhale, let your shoulders drop. I want you to visualize a heavy wooden yoke on your shoulders. Feel the weight of it. This is every worry you're carrying, the financial pressure, the need to prove yourself, the fear of the future. Feel how it compresses your spine. Feel how it tires your neck. This is the yoke of the world. Now, in your mind's eye, see grace standing beside you. Not judgment, acknowledgement. It's reaching out. I want you to physically roll your shoulders back. Imagine the heavy yoke sliding off. Let it fall to the ground with a thud. Feel the lightness. Now imagine a band of golden light, warm, humming with energy. This is the light burden. It wraps gently around your shoulders. It doesn't weigh you down, it lifts you up. It feels like buoyancy, like floating in salt water. Repeat these words internally, or whisper them into the atmosphere. I resign from the spirit of striving. I accept the yoke of rest. My peace is not a circumstance. My peace is a presence. Place your hand on your heart. Feel it beating. That rhythm is not yours. You don't command it. It's a gift given to you second by second by the power that sustains all things. If it sustains your breath, will it not sustain your life? If it holds the atoms of your body together, can it not hold your future? Feel your nervous system settling. The fight is over. The flight is cancelled. You are here. You are held. You are yoked to the one who conquered the storm. Stay in this frequency. Let your body learn this safety. The work is done. The provision is prepared. The path is clear. Rest in the finished work. Before you leave this space, I want to ask you something. Drop one word in the comments below. Just one word. That captures the energy you're choosing to embody moving forward. Is it rest? Is it trust? Is it surrender? Is it freedom? One word, because the moment you name it, you claim it. And I want to read what you're choosing. And if this frequency has landed for you, if something has shifted, subscribe and turn on notifications, because we are building a community of people who are done with striving and ready to receive. I'll see you in the next one.